Is this hair real or is it a wig?
Stop that.
I guess it's real. You want to see if I'm real?
Dallas.
Bikinis on Muscle Beach. You want to see some muscle?
Get your feet off my seat and shut up.
Who's gonna make me, huh?
Dallas, hey, watch the movie.
I know you. I seen you around rodeos.
It's a shame you can't ride bull half as good as you can talk it.
You barrel race, huh?
Better leave us alone or I'll call the cops, Hood.
Oh my, this chick's got me scared to death. You ought to see my record sometime, baby. Guess what I've been in for?
Please, leave us alone. Why don't you be a nice Hood and leave us alone?
I'm never nice. Want a Coke?
I wouldn't drink it if I was dying of thirst in the desert. Get lost, Hood. Are you gonna start on me?
Oh, no.
You don't look the type. What's your name?
Wish you hadn't asked. It's Ponyboy Curtis.
That's an original, lovely name.
Oh, my dad is an original person. I've got a brother named Soda Pop, and it says so on his birth certificate.
My name's Sherry, but I'm called Cherry because of my hair. Cherry Balance.
I know.
My name's Johnny.
Nice to meet you.
And Johnny Cake, Ponyboy, for the redhead who likes muscles. This might cool you off.
And this might cool you off, Greaser. After you wash your mouth and learn to talk and act decent, I might cool off too.
Fiery, huh? That's the way I like him.
Leave her alone, Dallas.
What'd you say?
Leave her alone.
Johnny, you want to repeat that?
Leave her alone.
Cut.
Kim Huff, K-I-M-H-O-U-G-H.
And you can just look at me. And tell me about the role you play.
I play Cherry Valance, and she is the female lead. And she gets hit on by a lot of the guys, but she's very innocent in a way. She knows who she is, but she doesn't really know what she wants.
And tell me about where you go to school.
I'm a lion, where the lions are. Oh, do you mean my real school?
Yes.
My apologies.
I was thinking
Venice High School.
The Venice Lions?
Venice High School.
And what grade are you in?
I'm a junior.
Yeah, so you really got into this role.
Yeah.
Why would you tell somebody you've got to come see this show?
Because it's a really good show. Like, everyone has done an amazing job in the cast on doing their part and really bringing life to each character. So
Why should somebody your age come to see it?
they can relate to it because, you know, where everyone in the cast is in high school, majority, there's like 2 I think that aren't, but it's all about how, like, this time period is kind of like you're learning who you are. So yeah.
So theater is for teenagers.
Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Like I said, you can relate to most plays. Everyone can really find something in it that relates to them or who they are or what they're doing in their life period. So
Very good. Okay, could you say your name and spell it?
My name is Reed Sliger, R-E-E-D-S-L-I-G-A-R.
I'll ask you, how old are you and where do you go to school?
I am 14 and I go up to North Fort Myers Academy for the Arts.
So you came a long way for this play.
Yes, I did. I actually live down in Boca Grande, so I kind of drive
Endlessly.
across the globe, I guess, you know.
Why? Why is it worth it to you?
Well, because I'll tell you what, I read this novel and actually saw the movie a while ago, probably about 8 months ago or so, and it was such an incredible novel to me that and then when I heard that they were casting this play at Venice Theatre, my mom was like, "Hey Reed, look, they're casting for The Outsiders," and she knew how much I liked the book, so I was like, well, I have to try out for this, you know, so.
What do you think kids your age would get out of seeing this play?
Well, it's a really good play about kind of like finding like who you are, kind of like what Kim was saying earlier, you know, and like for, it's in depth about there's 2 gangs, the Socias and the Greasers, and you kind of find out that, you know, it's not all about, you know, what you have and everything, it's just kind of about what kind of person you are and stuff. It's just it's a great message.
Why would it be? Now tell me about some of the really entertaining parts. You got a brawl going on?
Yes, actually, it's a really fun thing because we all relate to each other, all the cast members, so we have a fun time and we laugh on stage and we just have a good time. We improvise a little bit, so it's fun.
What are some of the highlights that you would say, you gotta see this?
Well, I would definitely say that you need to see, we have choreographed the fountain scene beautifully. I'd like to give credits to Jeremy, who actually choreographed the fight scene and did a wonderful job, and it's looking good.
Anybody got hurt?
No, we have, it looks like we got hurt, but no, we didn't get hurt.
That's a good thing, that's a good thing. What do you think is the best part? What's the highlight in it?
For the fountain scene, what I love is the realism of how you go and it really honestly looks like there's a child being attacked by this older guy, and it looks so realistic. And also it's just there are a lot of monologue pieces that characters do that get really emotional. Like later, the one that was drowning me or part of it came back to talk to me and say, and we kind of developed a little, the two of us on stage, and really got some going good chemistry. We're very emotional, and it's just
Is life really like this for teenagers today? Are there the rival groups battling against each other?
It's really interesting because back in the 60s it was, the socias and the greasers, and it was like the two kind of social gangs. And I would say in some ways it is and it isn't, I guess, because it is in ways that kids sometimes might hold something against someone for what they have or something, which, kind of the socials hold the money, that can happen sometimes, but it's not as, not quite as old-fashioned as it was back in the 60s, but same kind of principle, just different time period.
Still the violence, it's just a different kind of violence,
Yeah.
Maybe in words instead of
Yes,
this.
a bit like, a lot like virtual kind of, or like things on the internet, like, sometimes abuse, like, on MySpace or something, like, it's kind of sounds silly, but that's kind of the new thing is online harassment sometimes can be kind of
So you can relate to this? Kids today can relate to this?
Yes, everybody can relate to this. Adults, anyone can relate to this book and play, and it's a really good thing to see.
Great, perfect.
So-
Okay, great.